I gotta manual oh, there we go. And I gotta manually cut it before the, intro to Sigil and Shadow plays. But there we go. We're all set up, Mary. You're in charge, not me.
I
There
cannot
we
hear
go.
Bobby.
That is
Yeah,
a
we can hear Bobby.
physical mute. No, I was saying your guys' audio is showing is coming in. Yeah, it's let's check something. I'm gonna quickly
I think
do
it's
a
coming through now.
yeah, I can hear the audio. I just tested.
Hi, I'm playing the mad scientist Dr. Anomaly. They're batshit crazy. They've got a multi-tool and a bottle of very strong alcohol, and who knows why they're here. They're crazy. Yeah.
Hi, you can call me Steve. I'm the monster helper. Yeah, I'm a helper. I'm a real good helper. I may be fucking evil, with a pet rat and poison, but I was hired as the local guy to help you guys find these spots out in the woods because I know all the local urban legends that totally aren't true. In fact, I have nothing to do with them. Can we talk about something else?
I just we chose these characters like 30 minutes ago. It's just Steve. Just Steve.
That's
Magic.
that's the name I
He's
gave you
the
guys.
wizard. Oh, it wasn't the name that got me. Oh, yes, it's very haunted here. Also, this car clearly says cryptid cab. Um, yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Counting crystals? Yeah. Drinking whiskey. Got a bottle of strong alcohol. No, let's make it bourbon. It's bourbon.
I've made a last minute decision to swap poison for the big ass knife because I am going to be slightly out of focus behind everyone at like a tree stump with a leather strap just sharpening a big ass knife.
Just a cleaver. It's just an ICP cleaver.
Just imagining like just an old rusty machete.
Are Steve's shoes just suspiciously too long?
Yes. There's some boot knife shoes.
No, I meant like a clown shoes.
Oh, no. No, no. I'm not I can never be a clown. I can never be an artist like that. Not me. I always go last for reasons.
I mean, I've got my dice in my hand. 7. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I figured. 7 felt like that. What kind of locations are we dealing with here? 'Oh, no, I'm going hedge maze, that's the craziest option to choose. This is unadvisable. Unadvisable. Everyone.
It'll be real easy. I've been working the hedge maid for like 15 years. I know it in and out. Will never get lost.
Oh, I didn't got it.
Yeah,
I
no,
had
you
the
you don't
it's in
need to
the
worry
wrong
about
order.
that. We, the locals tend to this area. It's good for the community. Oh, yeah. No, there's not been a reported incident in 50 years.
Not reported.
And a kid's gonna scrape his knee, but it's fine.
The leaves here feel wild. Y'all don't feel this? It feels weird in here. Concerning. These readings are crazy. I push the leaves out of the way with my feet. Let's see if there's anything in there. Seems like an odd place for wood. N- this is processed wood, I believe. It's got writing of some sort. Is it an entrance to a secret tunnel? Do you want to check? But this would be a trapdoor that somebody would fall under. I feel like the host should go look in here. What happened? Battery? Concerning. Um. Uh. I want. I want to throw like a rock down the trapdoor if it's like openable. Yeah, I just wanna, like, throw a rock or, like, a piece of the wood that seems like it might make a sound if it hits something to kinda see how far down that goes. That seems unsafe. Huh? Huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Do we wanna go down that? Eh. I asked the director. Oh, yeah. Underground sounds like a terrible filming location. We should go down there. This 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 hurts Moss. This
I can
hurts
hold your
Moss
light
a
while you
lot.
climb down. I don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah, I guess we're climbing down. I'm choosing all the worst answers this time.
Because I've proven I can do an entire corral of NPCs you all love. Now it's time for me to hone and focus on something truly awful.
That one guy from Hey Arnold? Yes, this sounds like a lovely place to have lunch in.
Plenty of shade.
Yeah, plenty of damp. That's that's where I wanna go, you know? After a nice hot day working. Sewer. Makes perfect sense. Sure.
Here, I can hold the camera. Your boss wants you to get shots, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just stay out of the air quotes shot and like slowly seep into the shadows.
Steve's a little off. You might have been right. Astonishing. I look around. Can I tell who might have gotten dressed or what might have gotten dressed in this dressing room? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that word means nothing else. I'm so sorry. Wait, I'm sorry, there's lights on in here? Oh. Should we add a fog machine? I mean, we don't know how open this area is. So I guess I'll radio up and say that there's a room under here for filming.
Oh no, we don't have any signal. Who could have foreseen that?
Uh-oh. Lovely, we have no signal. How's your phone doing? Cool, 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 cool. Concerning. So should we go back upstairs then? Up ladder? Cool, cool, cool. I mean, well, we have to get the host here for the filming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we can't contact them, so we could. Mhm, mhm, mhm.
I'll
Um,
catch the paper before it lands in the water.
Thanks, Steve.
Other hand is a thumbs up. This looks old.
What does it say?
I don't know. I haven't been told. Yeah, of course I can read. Totally. Who can't read? That's weird. Maybe you can't read. Can you mind?
Whose hand am I holding?
I gotta go talk to HR again.
I don't like it either.
That's fine.
You
It's
wanna go
just
up this
rats.
this I'm out going up the stairs, the ladder. Uh,
Great. Yeah, I got the audio coming in. It's like,
for how long has this
yeah,
been going on?
why is this being so fucking weird? Here, I know what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Everybody else coming through.
needs to unmute. There we go. I'm just going to the old audio setup. It should
Okay.
hopefully just means if my computer makes any noises, the stream picks it up too.
Just
Gotcha. Hopefully things are working now. I guess to quickly recap, our crew of paranormal investigators that are trying to record a movie have ventured into a sewer system where they are being basically attacked by mysterious laughter and squeaky sound of footsteps as they are almost hypnotized by this laughter. They need to make a check to try and evade the monster. Um, Basically quickly describe the rules. Every monster has, for a particular skill, a target number that you need to succeed. And on their character sheet, they have how many successes they need to succeed the check. So they combine those two things, roll their life dice, and see whether they succeed or fail against the monster this turn.
I remember
Their
mouth was 5, but what was the other ones?
mouth is 5, brains is 4, body is 4, and spirit is 3.
I'm going brains.
I'm good. Going
I'm
spirit.
good.
All right, and Steve, since you go last,
I am going to go mouth to be found after the case injured by the monster. And what do I need for a mouth? 5?
You need 5.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I got 3 successes. I only need 1. I'm good.
Very nice. So since all of our players succeeded, they don't lose any dice pool from just their failure. However, what this game does is they get to take from everybody else. So we're going to go around in a circle. We're going to go ahead and start with, since it is Dr. Anomaly's scene, we're going to start. Who are you taking dice away from?
The same Steve that called it HR. I'm taking a dice from Steve.
All right. Bobby, Steve, who are you taking dice away from?
I think I want the skeptic to live longer, so the doctor's losing a dice.
All right. And our skeptic.
Steve.
Shocking no one.
Steve is creepy, okay?
Yes,
And we
get my
clearly
dice
know each
pool
other.
nice and low. I don't have anything that happens when that happens.
Fun.
Concerning.
Great. So you guys are not hypnotized by the laughter. Using a variety of different coping mechanisms, you guys are able to escape the tunnels without consequences, or at least many, other than the scarring of hearing laughter in a tunnel system. Who would like to have their scene next?
You know, my whole thing is being found injured. So that bleeds into the next scene. What do you need me to
Steve.
roll?
Roll 2d6 so we can figure out what scene you're going to be in.
6.
Party. Characters have a party. Define a reason for the party. Play out what happens there. It's first night of filming. You guys have kind of figured
Yeah.
out where each individual set is going to be, and you're gonna have a good night tonight. It's gonna be fun. The real work starts tomorrow, but we've got cheap alcohol. We've got nice food. Let's have a good time. Uh, who would you like in the scene with you, Steve? And where are you having this happen?
This is probably going to be bad for my life long term because I know they're both going to try and kill me. But let's have everybody. It's
All
going
right.
to happen in the Hall of Mirrors.
What better place to have a party than in the Hall of Mirrors?
Exactly.
All right. You guys are kind of in the different waiting areas, I guess. We're going to say this Hall of Mirrors has kind of like 3 stages. So there are different, like, I don't want to say holding areas, but basically they're probably in its heyday. And you guys even see that there probably was some sort of projector show that was shown in between each one of the mazes that different carnival goers could get a little bit creeped out before venturing into each part of the mirror maze. But you guys in the center room have set up a nice little drink area. You've got your snacks. And some friends have set up some different like party lights and disco lights in some of the mirror areas just to have a little bit of fun. Where do we find you, Steve?
Steve is probably just going to be creepy around the two of you. And when it's like a big group situation, Steve is drinking and like being friendly with absolutely everybody, so everybody loves Steve.
As you guys are in the main party area, you guys see the rest of your cast. You've got Jack, the director. Stephanie is the host of the show. She's knows a lot about paranormal investigation. Very bubbly, always happy to be around. You've got Andrea, who is your makeup person. You've got George, that is your editor. And you've also got your writer on set, Christopher. Uh, everybody is having a good time at this point. Music is going. You've even figured out how to get different projectors to work to play some scary movies. Don't worry, this is not the same haunted projector you dealt with last week. You're not going to be sucked into the screen.
That's good.
But in general, a good night, Steve. What are you looking into?
I'm mostly just chatting people up and being super social.
Gotcha. Who are you at the moment chatting up as like the camera zooms in?
I feel like whoever I'm chatting up is going to be the first to die. So let's start with the writer.
For sure. Christopher,
You got against writers.
Well, first of all, they're the most likely one to figure anything out.
that is very true.
Second of all, in the
Christopher,
movie, they're going to be cast by lower level talent and therefore not be the money draw. And therefore, you want the bigger names to be in the movie longer. We can't all be Scream and kill Drew Barrymore in the first few minutes to
that's
surprise
literally what I was just
everyone.
gonna say.
That is a deviation from the norm.
Yeah, you are chatting up Christopher. That seems to be a bit of a history buff. It's been very interested in the area,
Okay.
specifically on how all of the strange events seem to happen within a mile radius of each other. There's crap at Camp Blood Moon. You've got stuff from the weird church on the hill, and of course the carnival.
I wonder where we'll be next week. I'm guessing
But
it's the weird church on the hill.
all of these things have been going on. He kind of, as he in his drunken stupor starts explaining his theory that there's probably some weird ley line stuff going on that has made this place an easy supernatural haven. And he just says, yeah, so look, weird crap is happening. It's got to be all connected. There cannot be just weird accidents that happen all the time, specifically during a certain time of the year on certain year numbers. Like, come on. You're not going to have the same boat accident always happen every 7 years just on chance.
I mean, they say history repeats itself.
Well, also if you think about it, as my character just like butts her way in to the conversation, with you spreading the rumors of the possibility of horror and things happening and like spectacles, more tourists are going to go there unprepared and therefore put themselves in possible dangerous situations, and there's higher likelihood that things are going to happen. It's just like it's just coincidental statistics, honestly.
As
Yeah.
I pop in coincidentally every 7 years.
Yeah, because every 7 years someone goes there. And more people
Nobody
go.
goes there unprepared at any other time.
I'm sure they do.
And it's the exact same death every time. Like, literally, there's always some sort of boat accident. There's always kids that go missing at the camp. Like, there's usually a group that goes missing in the carnival.
How
I
often is
mean,
that one?
I mean, and then he kind of looks through his notes. He pulls like a a little like moleskin notebook and starts flipping through the pages. I mean, I thought I calculated right that we're like a week away from it.
That seems cutting it close. A year would be preferable.
Oh yeah, but like you know how like production is, they want things done like right now, or we don't get our funding. So
Yeah, you get way more funding if you tell them it's like, oh, this place is haunted, da da da. It's gonna be within this week, and makes sense.
Concerning.
completely agree. But you know, at least I'm not having to write for a children's show, so that's all I care about.
That's so valid.
That's the
So
actual horror.
it is, honestly.
Your
I
I'm
won't
concerned
think about it
voice,
again.
Moss, just gives me big Vincent Price of just like, hello.
I did grow up watching a lot of Vincent Price.
Christopher is gonna continue on with the different lore tirade that he's on until Andrea kind of walks up and says, "Okay, Chris, okay, let's." She just
I
kind
was
of
enjoying
guides
the
him
info
Fine,
away.
dump.
he's had a lot. I'll get him home.
Are you sure,
Yeah.
Steve? Really? That's
No, it's fine.
Nikki is concerned.
I like the writer whose name I forgot.
You escort Chris out, and as the scene kind of ends, I would like everyone to make their mouth check to see how the party goes for them,
What
whether
is
it was
the
a positive
DC?
or negative experience. DC is sorry, it's not a mouth check, it's spirit. Target number 4.
Oh no. Not mouth? You sure?
It's not mouth. I double checked.
I made
Spirit,
it.
target number 4.
Good, I made it. That may be my
I got
worst step
5
stat.
successes.
I actually got 4 successes, and I only needed
Nice.
3.
I
need
got
1.
5 successes and I needed 4.
All right. Everyone takes away from each other. And
Take from the doctor.
all right.
I
So
take it from Steve.
I also take
right.
it from the doctor.
okay, doctor, how many dice are you at?
3.
That as Steve.
So am I.
All right. Well, that brings us into
Already.
Good.
That literally brings us into Act 3.
Someone has reached 3 die. I can begin.
Apparently, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do one scene from Act 2.
Okay.
This is not a good slasher movie. This is like, it starts, there's a lot of weird false starts, and then it's just an hour of murder.
Yeah.
I chose absolutely no sense of self-preservation as my crazy, so.
Valid.
I mean, I am being so creepy. I'm surprised someone didn't pick to kill me.
And a lot of the time, usually you're playing this with like 6 to
7
8
people, yeah.
So we're playing this in hard mode. As Steve, you escort Chris to bed, and everyone awakens around about 3:30 in the night. You guys, over like an odd intercom system, you hear like sort of like you guys set up like different campers and things up, but you hear what sounds like a 1930s 1940s radio show begin playing.
I accidentally said that to you in caps lock, but
Is that the Chattanooga Choo Choo?
I think Lena just like covers her head with her earphones and like tries to go back to sleep. It's like, nope, not my alarm.
You're not concerned at all.
I'm concerned
Look
I'm
at
not gonna
that
get 8 hours of
accent.
sleep.
I don't know what to do with this.
It's a good morning.
You guys are all awoken, and you hear like this like horn honk honk noise as it says, "Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Mr. Jingle's Play Along Sing Show." And it has like this old time radio sound, and it is so ear piercingly loud that it's just uncanny. Our first guest that's going to learn a little lesson on keeping their mouth shut as a little honk noise goes off, Christopher. And you hear just these like sounds in the background of this loudspeaker. Christopher here delved into something he shouldn't have. It's time to teach Christopher a lesson.
This is part of the show?
Yeah, don't worry. They're probably just filming a scene that you guys aren't in. Like, it's a big crew, right? That's how
This
Hollywood
is
works.
not on the itinerary.
This doesn't sound right.
There's definitely a writer and not somebody on the show.
Writers are also on the show. They get
Not
credits.
visibly.
I'm sure it's fine.
Usually.
Begins whistling to
Sometimes
the
they are.
music.
It's a little weird.
You just hear muffled screams and like just guttural sounds, and then the speaker's quiet.
Oh, we didn't even go out to look. Okay.
I'm just, you guys haven't
Yeah.
said you wanted to go out to look
Yo,
yet.
no,
I'm
it's
just
fair.
going with it.
Why are we all in the same room?
I don't know. I'm gonna go find the. We should go
Budget
find the
cuts.
producer. I'm gonna go find the producer and make sure
Oh,
that was part of
okay.
things.
Okay.
It's just like it's not on the schedule. It's just a little weird. I think he might have changed the schedule on us, and then we just didn't get the email or something. I'm sure there's a reason for this.
Yes, at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's like spooky hour, you know.
Night shoot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's better to film at night than during the day. So maybe he got like a wild. Sometimes he gets a wild. You know, one year
He was very drunk.
2:22 in the morning, and we had to film right then and there while he was drunk as fuck, and we did it. It was not our best show, but it was done.
That is true.
Just some half asleep host. Hey, motherfuckers, it's ghost hunters.
You guys step out of the camper.
That's the cryptid crew.
Or the
drives the cryptid cab.
The cryptid cab. You step out of the cryptid cab. And you see someone stumbling towards you. Like head down, like arms like holding themselves, like stumbling forward.
Oh, see, he's okay.
Hey, buddy, do you have too much to
Doesn't
drink?
look okay.
He's probably drunk.
The figure keeps stumbling forward until you see as he raises his head, his face looks almost like his skin mask of all white has formed, and his smile is way too large, like spreading up into his cheeks, like it's like his face has contorted, as he just starts like looks like scarves. He's vomiting out scarves until he drops to the ground dead.
Concerning.
I didn't know he was an actor. That's really good prosthetics. We had a prosthetic person on the scene, and like gets closer,
Should
trying to look at the
pulse?
prosthetics to see how they're put on.
Yeah, you go closer. And to look closer, it's like almost it's an amazing prosthetic. It looks like it's almost like glued to his skin, almost like a second skin.
They must use spirit gum. Shit sucks to take off.
Like they were able to blend those edges real well.
Really talented artists, whoever they were. We should hire them again.
I
This
think
looks
it was
almost
Dave.
real. Dave? Cool. Dave did a good job because this looks really, really realistic. Like the blood
Yes.
looks real. It doesn't even look like the fake cheap blood that they usually use.
Why is Chris still on the floor?
Maybe he's in character. Hey, Chris, you can stop.
I'll
There's
I'll
no-
go talk to props or makeup or whatever. Have them come help move them.
Chris
That doesn't make sense.
shakes Chris.
There's no movement.
I think Chris is dead.
The face
I think this is real.
still contorted into the smile, eyes brightly open, with scarves coming out of his mouth.
I keep pulling the scarves.
It just keeps coming.
How the
Just
fuck
more
did
and
they
more
manage to do
scarves,
that?
almost like
So
unending.
wet.
This is really gross. Okay.
You're going to hit hydrochloric acid at some point.
It takes a little bit, but you do find the end.
It's a poopy.
There is a tag that has almost been like a written note on it that says, "Do you like my games?"
Not really.
I don't understand. Or maybe I do understand. I don't think you understand. Does someone understand?
I mean, the producer probably. It's part of the script, I'm sure. Though, I think something went wrong. I think they were supposed to do like a fake tube, and they put like the whole thing down his actual throat. And I think he.
So you just realized that Chris is dead?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was an
Very
accident,
proud of you.
but we should probably call the cops. I'm gonna pull out my cell phone.
Your cell phone is dead. There's no battery.
But I turned it off to save the little battery it had left.
Whatever weird electromagnetics oddities that are here has drained your phone battery. And basically, if anyone would check their phones, all the batteries are dead.
So I do have a smartphone on my stuff list.
Ooh.
We could say that you have a battery pack that has kind of been stashed away.
Fantastic.
So you can still use your stuff. But as far as calling out for help, there might not be an easy way to get that.
It's like, my phone died. Hold on. I pull out my battery pack and plug in my phone to let it charge a little bit, but still turned off. As soon as it gets some charge, I'll call 911. He's not gonna get any less dead.
I wonder if there's a radio tower nearby.
Would that help?
Probably fell over.
Nah, where'd you come from? I thought you left.
As this interlude scene ends, from the forest, we see this clown just kind of peek out. Our heroes don't see it, but you see this figure with extra long fingers kind of clasp around the tree trunk as he's just peering over his prey. Time for Act 2. And Nikki, I'm so sorry, but I cannot remember your character's name, unfortunately. My brain is
Lena.
mush today. Sorry, what?
Lena.
Lena. Lena, would you roll me 2d6?
Already got that one.
And it's the new scenes, new act, so all numbers are open.
Oh, then 7.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Monster attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sevens be like that.
Obviously, after the commotion that was discovering Christopher, the whole crew is awake. You guys have moved Christopher off, at least so he's not in the middle of everything. And you're trying to figure out what to do. So, Lena, who's in the scene with you?
Let's just go with the doctor this time.
Why?
And where do you want this scene to
It could have
happen?
been solo.
Actually, I'll just do it by myself. I'm gonna go talk to the producer.
Okay. You head into like this really fancy camper. You guys have like the basic like cryptid cab, but this is like a nice, like full on like redone interior camper. As you kind of like knock on the door, and Betsy opens it, and she's just like hadn't woken up with the rest of you all. It's just what?
Did we start filming because there was a scene or something that I think was being recorded, and I didn't see any camera crew, and I wasn't called, but Chris is dead. I think there was a mishap with the clown gag you added to the script or something.
Well, one, filming was not supposed to start until tomorrow, and
Just hold sound effects that and prosthetics.
and that sounds like so much paperwork that was not planned for, nor was some sort of scarf gag. We don't have money for that crap.
I didn't mention scarves.
Well, I thought you did.
I said clown.
Oh, this is what I was hoping.
Is that Mary messing up, or is that the producer messing up? Just so I can clarify. Or am I messing up?
She kind of gives a look and just says, "Have to do better next time." As you start hearing again that mysterious laughter begin echoing from her camper.
Huh. You should get that checked out. That was coming up when we had the weird thing happen earlier.
You really had to just dive in and ask questions.
I was just telling you that Steve was dead. I thought you would want to know, as the producer of a prominent show, that your writer was dead.
Gotcha. The laughter begins echoing again, and it kind of starts getting into your head. And Lena, I need you to make me a monster attack check. So as far as how the monster works, you can do a body check that is a target number 4. There's a brains check that's target number 4, a mouth check that's target number 5, or spirit check that's target number 3.
Guess what I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with spirit. That's 5 successes.
Nice. You're able to shake this laughing to notice in the back of this camper what seems to be a strange clown altar.
No, that's weird.
As she does try to grab you,
I just like duck around her to go look at the clown altar.
yeah, you kind of dive out of the way. You see the clown altar, as well as a strange book that seems to be covered in brightly colored painted leather, kind of stitched together. Again, with that odd language that is that your phone couldn't translate.
Oh, that trap door was placed by you guys. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Makes a lot more sense.
You see that she shuts the door behind you as her body begins to morph into a clown with a white painted face, a red nose, basically your basic clown makeup, but again, the smile is far too wide for her face. Brightly splotches of hair growing out at strange angles, tattered clothes that seem to be like hanging off, with hands and fingers that are just a little bit too long, with jagged nails that seem to be sharpened enough that if it touched your skin, it would surely cut it. In a different voice than you're used to hearing, you hear, I guess it's time for Act 2. And the clown begins running at you with a, we're going to say there is a horn that when he tries to squeak it, you see powder start coming out from it. You've got a split second decision to make. How are you going to get out of the scene as the spirit check goes off?
So one of my this just because it's fun. One of my stuff is a book title of your choice. Can my book be the book that's the clown creepy book?
Yeah, you can steal the book and go.
Cool. I'm gonna grab it and smack him across the face with it, and try to like be like, that I'm calling HR, and like smack him and like leave.
You boop the ghost hard with a book, steal his book, and run as like the camera pans to you running out the back of
I'm
the
also
trailer.
going to, because they're crazy and clearly on some type of drug right now, I'm going to take something that blocks the door from being open from the outside.
You easily do that, block the way, so it's gonna be hard to come and get you. We're gonna move straight into Act 3 because we've got 2 people at 3 dice.
That is actually perfect. I sent you a message, Mary. It's 9:45.
Nice. Perfect. Let's start Act 3 after the break as we see the giant clown start watching on different monitors, different security cameras, seeing where every one of his prey is. And we'll figure out what happens in Act 3 after the break.
Last week was a really good cliffhanger. Do we just want to do Disney trivia? Because this ain't happening.
How dare you? No, I want to play the game. I want to play the game.
We are here. We got this. Let's go.
You're a time traveling corpse?
I apparently.
That is awesome.
This one wasn't me.
It's not our fault.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He is so excited and is bouncing so much. Like, there's so much excited bouncing.
Obviously, everyone's into anarchy.
Yeah, you cannot be.
He's so cool.
My world is crumbling around me.
Nice to meet you and explode with you.
I suppose that is nice, yes.
Might have better.
Fuck you.
I knew we weren't gonna get off scot-free from murdering someone.
Yeah.
Step one, you tell me I'm wrong. Step two, you say you wanna see it all the way through. Step three, you bring me down to my knees. Step four, you say you're walking out the door. You can't take anymore. But where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running from. All you wanna do is fight. Why don't you wanna make it right? You don't know what you're running from. I tear my seams apart for you. You sell me every little lie is true. Oh yeah. But I listen to the heartbeat on the floor. I feel out every breath just like before. You can't take anymore. Where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running from. All you wanna do is fight. Why don't you wanna make it right? You don't know what you're running from. You don't know what we're running from. I miss when we were teenage girls and our tomboy t-shirts. When life was good and the worn out sneakers. When we were fine about the complications. Those were the days in the tomboy t-shirts. The information superhighway. Newcom. Nice of you to join us.
When average teenager Arthur Padrone
Yeah, I just saw that, but we're back. Oh, why is Moss missing? Hold on.
Oh. No, we need a moss.
Let's. Something
I am
happened
just
to
smoke.
Yeah. Moss
I
is
wonder
invisible.
I wonder if I'm audible.
You are, because it said that it can hear whatever I hear right now rather than individual audio tracks.
Interesting.
This is very annoying.
Tech gremlins are active tonight, but to give a little recap, I guess, we are playing Die Laughing, the horror comedy RPG. Our players are currently at an abandoned carnival, very close to the Camp Blood Moon that the previous week our players had faced, but are dealing with a monster called That Fucking Clown. The clown has woke up and is currently looking for souls to take. He's already taking Christopher, who knew a little bit too much about this area, and tried to kill Lena. Unfortunately for him, Lena was able to steal his book and run off with it. But
Oh, there we go. I reset the filters and it fixed it.
Yay! Okay. So, next up would be Dr. Anomaly. So, could you roll me 2d6 because we are playing in hard mode and only with 3 players, we did the fun thing of basically skipping Act 2 because of how many people were at such a low die total. So, we are in Act 3 and need to see what they're going to do.
4.
Okay, now we have an echo on Moss, so give me 1 sec.
No worries. Talk about the game, I guess. This is a really fun game written by Craig Campbell. Go check it out. Nerdburger Games. He's got a lot of really fantastic stuff. But there's Die Laughing and Die Laughing 2 that expands upon the Die Laughing rules. But to get back to Dr. Anomaly, you rolled a 4, which is, if I can get to it. Thank you. Okay, show some guts. We're going to refer to the monster for trait checks, but the characters draw on their inner courage to attempt to deal with the monster once and for all. So, Dr. Anomaly, who would you like in the scene? And where would you like it to take place?
I'm gonna go solo. And we haven't been in the big top. So might as well.
All right. You've heard the commotion of what happened with Chris. You saw what happened with Chris. You heard commotion that something was happening to Lena. What would Dr. Anomaly do in this situation? Like preparing?
Drink from my bottle of very strong alcohol.
All right. You take a big swig of bourbon, just stash it away in your pocket, and venture into what remains of the big top. There's tattered, like weather-resistant tarp that has singe marks in different places. Seems like some sort of fire broke out here, as well as what remains of what looks like wooden risers that people could sit on. You see in the center of it is it's about 2 feet lower, dug in, a little dirt stage with what looks like in the center of it a circular like wooden plank stage uh, for the different circus acts to perform. You see uh, what looks like rigging for trapeze artist, and also what looks like different secret entrances throughout the different like you see some trapdoors, you see uh, closer to the back where there actually would have been an actual like structure built to basically keep different props and things like that for people as they went in and out of different acts in the circus tent. Um, what would you like to do when you're here?
Do, mm-hmm. 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 Set a trap,
Okay,
Scooby Doo style.
for sure. What kind of trap are you trying to set?
Mouse trap, but human sized, clown sized.
Clown sized. All right. What are we using for bait?
It would be stupid to say myself.
Right. The options are limitless. Whatever you feel like Dr. Anomaly would do in this situation.
I don't. What do you lure a killer clown with?
Cotton candy.
The laughter of children.
A radio with the laughter of children playing.
Yeah, you we'll say that you are a mad scientist, and one of the things that comes with that is being prepared for almost anything. Certain spirits that you've dealt with in the past have a strange fondness for child laughter, and you luckily do have a recording of that from past experiences. And an older basically like a cassette player, because it seems like all of the new technology seems to be draining really fast, but the older types seem to actually still at least maintain some charge or haven't lost much at all. um, you're able to kind of set that up, and I would say that Dr. Anomaly would also notice that there seems to be old cages from the different animal displays that they had. um, you could kind of rig one of those that if they would try and step on a certain area, that a cage could drop down on them.
Yep, mousetrap style. Use the trapeze ropes, random pieces of wood. I never got to play that game.
It was such a pain in the ass to set up, though.
But the fun
And
was
that's why
setting it up.
nobody
Like
ever
the
wanted to
actual
play it.
playing of the game, like no one ever did.
Yeah.
But it was the setup that was fun. You set up your clown trap.
The newest Mousetrap edition.
Just carefully setting things up, take another swig of bourbon, and that's when you hear this like this little clown horn, like a as it just every few seconds you hear that same horn noise coming closer and closer. But what's odd is that it seems like it's coming from all cardinal directions.
I also climb up out of the way.
Okay.
With my multi-tool handy.
got a defense item at least. Yeah, for sure. You have your multi-tool ready to defend yourself. You've climbed into the rafters of this place. Part of like the trapeze structure is definitely still able to like take your weight without like crumbling underneath. But you hear these clown sounds come closer and closer until it's just like silence in the big top. And then you feel a strange breeze begin to blow through, starting to wave the remnants of that tarp, that tattered, burned, scorched tent, as what looks like a bunch of echoes of this clown come in from all angles towards the child laughter.
Does the cage fall?
They step into like the center of it, and you're able to spring your trap, lowering the cage, like having all of the different, like almost like Rube Goldberg machine thing go off, to like slam down on this thing as the force of the air kind of hits the ground. You see all of these clowns dissipate into dust. And behind your ear, you hear the horn, like that.
I want to grab a trapeze rope and cut it and swing away like Tarzan.
For sure. The monster is attacking from behind you. So, would you like to defend yourself with body, with brains, mouth, or spirit? To remind you of brains. All right, so that's target number 4. Brains check.
I only need 1 success. And I got a 6 and a 5 and a 4. All
Nice. You swing, you notice what remains of the trapeze. You're able to kind of cut a counterweight and swing out of the way just as those long fingers would try to clasp around you and cut into you. You quickly swing out of the way, drop down, and get out of there as quickly as you can. Steve,
Oh
roll
yeah,
me
that's me.
2d6.
All right. Four.
Roll again.
2.
Bad twist. A twist happens in the story. The director sets this scene up as they wish. Well, this works perfectly. As we see, Steve, you are. I'm going to take full control of this. This is a scene by yourself.
Okay.
You have entered the secret entrance into the tunnel system. You have a meeting set up. You've done well so far. You're about halfway to the number that you need. Only a few more, and your job is done. But you do need to meet with your boss.
Mr. Jingles.
You see again that dressing room that was discovered a little bit too soon earlier. No matter, you were able to clean it up in time, so it was to the liking of Mr. Jingles. Even able to find the old posters to reprint and set up so it's just like new.
As I'm
The
heading.
lights kind of warmly glow on this clown figure, as we described. The strange jutting of hair coming from the head, this face that has the white paint smile curling up a little too far. Seems to be like staring at the mirror, wrapping its nails against the table.
Have they been good?
Delicious. Positively delicious. But we have a complication.
Oh no.
They took my book, Steve.
But they're not supposed to take the book.
But they did. I need my book back. That's the only way I can take a nap, Steve.
I will get that then. You don't need to get up, Mr. Jingles. Everybody still knows you. Everybody still loves Mr. Jingles.
I know. They were so excited to see me. I love putting on my shows. It's the best time of the year.
Everybody looks so forward to it, Mr. Jingles.
I need you to find my book so I can take a nap. We know what happens if I don't take my naps.
I've heard. It's okay, Mr. Jingles. I'll get your book. I'll get your book however I have to.
Good. I have more tasty morsels to eat. Go get it. Steve, you can make any trait check that you want for this to kind of power through this scene.
Then I am making a mouth check.
Target number 4.
That's fine. Where'd my die go? I roll my other die, but I want to find that die. Okay. I am going to burn my pet mouse to get my success, because I only need 1 success. As I'm going to begin petting my pet mouse very nervously, and there's just like a faint cracking sound, and I drop the mouse on the ground and continue walking.
Poor Mousy. You're muted, Mary.
You're muted.
Fuck. The friend that we thought was working with you truly is working against you. Lena. Roll 2d6.
10.
Going to war. The characters arm themselves to fight the monster physically. So you can have this set up wherever you want, but it's basically a get all your tools together to fight the bad guy. Who do you want in your scene with you?
Let's put everybody.
All right, everybody. Dr. Anomaly, you were running from the big top, and where is this happening?
Let's see the carnival games.
Absolutely. You head to one of the stalls, the many stalls in this like carnival game row. All of you guys converging in the same area.
I land in the thing that the little ducks are in. The little rubber ducks float in. Whatever that carnival game is. That's where I splash in.
It's since this game hasn't been used in a while, the water has almost become like a goop that you land in with a little sploosh. It's a little too sticky, but you you just got to survive at this point. Dust yourself off. Steve, where are you coming from? How do you arrive?
No one needs to wonder where I was coming from. I've always been here. I don't know why you're asking me these things.
Lena running from the the producer's little dressing room, converging at this place. Luckily, there are a bunch of carnival games, but you all have been through some harrowing events.
Lena, are you okay?
Oh yeah, the producer just tried to attack me, so I need to get HR.
Oh yeah. Do we need to fill out a report or anything?
I mean, I don't do that. I've done it before, Oh, they also turned into a weird clown. That was weird.
Yeah, I just ran from a clown in the big top that also tried to kill me.
This movie's gonna be great. I don't know where the cameras are hidden, but this movie's gonna be great.
Is that the script?
This was a
pointing at the book Nikki has.
I don't know.
Can I see that?
We probably need to get that back to like the cameraman or something, like the director.
No. I'm just gonna hold on to it. It's pretty hefty. Also, last time I saw one of these symbols, it was on the trap door. So it's
so it's definitely for the movie. It was with all the set stuff. Great. I can get that back to props, so you don't have to lug it around.
I mean, I feel more comfortable holding it. It's really good.
Oh
at
yeah,
hitting people
I mean,
in the
you can
face.
hold it back to props too.
I'm just gonna hold on to it in case the producer tries to attack me again, because I hit him in the face with her in the face with it, and it worked real well.
Wouldn't it be better to not have it so that they
The
don't?
lady said no, Steve.
I'm just trying to understand.
I want to hold on to it, Steve.
Let her have the book.
Okay,
The producer just tried to kill her.
Was it kill or just like attack? Because I feel like it was just like an attack. I think they just drunk or something.
Probably
the clown
cocaine.
makeup thing, I might be hallucinating on whatever drug they were doing a little bit. So I'm not entirely sure that part, but I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
Well, we know Chris is dead.
Yes.
You guys see a carnival game begin to light up.
Which?
It seems to be like a basketball, like where you have to throw. Let's see how many hoops you can make.
Mm-hmm.
We should find weapons.
I have the book. I also go to
love that for you.
I'm going to go to a for flavor. So I said I had the smartphone, but I haven't used it yet. So can I switch that to a different?
Yeah, you can choose whatever you want at any time.
Okay, so for flavor, I can have a gun or a knife, my choice. I'm going to get the the guns that are used for shooting the balloons.
Oh, the balloon, yes. Awesome.
Yes. That have darts in them. And these are the older ones that have like actual darts in them. And they're rusty as fuck, but very sharp and not regulated. So I'm going to grab one of those and like a handful of darts. Got one. I was thinking of using the water gun because that would be funny, but not very helpful. This can at least get it.
You guys see Jack, your director, kind of walk up and say, "Whoa, who turned on the carnival stuff?"
I don't know. There's
it came on its own.
Yeah, we're having some electrical problems, Jack.
Oh, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Don't worry,
Chris
guys.
is dead.
Oh, the producer tried to attack me. I need to file an HR report with you.
There's killer clowns.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I
Is that part of the
saw
script?
that Chris had some sort of issues there. Haven't heard from the producer like since we got the message to come here in the first place. But I'll check the electrical stuff out. Don't worry.
They had like an altar to this book.
Okay. Creepy book. That'll work for some of the scenes, I'm sure.
I thought that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was
Props.
thinking. We need to get that the props.
No,
We
we
do.
don't.
Stop!
Probably
Steve, the
should
lady
get
said
that for
no.
props,
I'm gonna hold on
but-
to it for now, just in case, because like it's good at
sure.
defending.
Like random stuff's been going missing lately. But it's fine. Oh, and then he looks at the basketball hoops and he just, all right, look, if the thing's already on, I might as well play a little bit, right?
I mean, sure, they're rigged.
So he kind of
Yeah,
begins
you look like you'd
shooting,
be a great shot.
and he gets like one in, he gets the next one in, but when he goes to pick up the next ball, it's not a ball that he picks up.
Whose hat is it?
It is the head of the makeup artist.
I've seen this movie. Whose hat is it?
Oh no, Dave!
As like you see that large smile with the clown makeup, and he's just like, oh my god, as you see he just freezes for a second, grabs his neck, and crumples to the ground with a large smile on his face.
Well, that's.
Did he die of shock?
As you see standing, like coming out of the shadows, as the carnival music begins to play, is Mr. Jingles, the clown, as he kind of just like got one of his scarves and just full on just slit the guy's throat.
Oh, hey, it's the producer.
It is time for a monster attack. So, you guys can choose what check you make. Body is target number 4. Brains is target number 4. Mouth is target number 5. And spirit is target number 3. And I need to know what check you guys are making.
Brains.
Spirit.
Body.
All right.
2 successes. I only needed 1.
Bobby, since you are using body, you get an automatic success.
Ha ha ha. I will also be rolling last.
All right. So what did you get, Dr. Anomaly?
I got 2 successes. I only needed 1.
All right. Lena.
5 successes, needed 1.
All right. And Steve.
2 successes and needed 2.
All right. You all succeed. You all get to take from each other. So we're going to start with Dr. Anomaly. How does Steve trip up in escaping from the monster?
You just already know who Moss is picking.
Yeah, I kind of do. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I was supposed to wait to hear it, but I'm like, it's going to be Steve. Let's face it.
I think being able to see the book, maybe Steve trusts the monster and shouldn't. Does that work?
Okay.
I don't know.
Steve, who are you taking dice away from, and how do they trip up against fighting the monster?
It's going to be taking dice away from, I have now blanked on it, but Nikki's character, because I am stabbing her with my big knife.
You're stabbing Lena with the knife.
I tried to
as-
talk her into giving me the book. It did not
No
work.
means no, Steve.
You hear in the background, no means no, Steve!
All right. And
So
Lena,
in all the confusion, I try to stab Lena. And get
yeah,
the
you
book.
try to stab, take a die away. Lena, someone stabs you.
Yeah, I feel that. That's rude.
But who do you take the die away from?
Steve, because fuck Steve.
All right, Steve. How does Steve trip up?
He goes to stab me, and I lift up the book in the way of the knife. And he stabs the book.
I mean, you still got stabbed, but here's the thing. You go to do that, and I spin it around and duck because this would drop me to 1. However, I'm going to save my skin, and instead, I am going to be pushed back up to 2, and you instead took a die from the professor, from the doctor.
Oh.
You're muted, Moss.
I was able to read the lips though.
Everybody disapproved.
Okay. So you missed. I was going to get knocked down to 1 die, but I'm going to save my own skin. And instead of getting me to stab the book, you throw the book up and it causes her to run into the doctor, making you lose a heart instead, Moss.
Motherfucker.
I think you're at 1 heart, which means I can't do it to you again.
No, I'm at 2.
Oh, good.
As are you.
Yes.
So do I lose a die or no?
Yeah, I still had you lose a die.
You just lost 1. You didn't lose 2.
Cool.
Dr. Anomaly. Roll 2d6.
Yes.
And tell me what you get.
3.
8.
Oh, I'm not Dr. Anomaly.
Barricade. The characters hole up in a safe place and barricade themselves. And if this scene comes up a second time, it becomes a monster attack. Well, luckily, this is the first time we've had it. So where do we find ourselves and Dr. Anomaly? And who is in the scene with Dr. Anomaly?
I mean, the safest place is definitely the cryptid cab, right?
Absolutely.
And
Lena?
Yeah, Lena's there. I was like, Nikki, no.
Lena and Dr. Anomaly. Dr. Anomaly, you help Lena get into the cryptid cab, shut the door, lock it. You have a moment to breathe.
I am going to need a bigger HR form than the one that I needed originally for being attacked because now I got stabbed. And I'm pretty sure I can sue now.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw HR's head in that basketball tank too. Wrong voice. But
There were many heads in that basketball tank.
I'll go to a different HR. I'll just find a lawyer. It's fine. We'll figure it out. So why did Steve try to stab me? And why is he so obsessed with his book? I look at the book.
Well, Steve's not one of ours, is he?
He works with the carnival.
Yes.
He's like a local person.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know how all the locals we met didn't want to come anywhere near here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't concern you at all that he's here.
No, because he just likes creepy
Where a
things.
bunch of clowns were murdered.
He likes creepy things. I mean, Chris would have been here. Chris knew lots about this place. And he's not trying to stab.
Chris is dead.
Yeah, but he wasn't trying to stab
Steve's
people.
not dead. Steve tried to stab you. The producer tried to stab you. I think they might be in cahoots.
Yeah, you know what? That could make sense.
Yeah.
I'll sue both of them. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Also, possibly, let's see if this car works. Still.
You attempt turning the car on, it just revs like just constant, like it won't just actually start the engine.
Concerning.
You guys have the book.
We should read that book he wanted so bad.
I can't make any sense of it. It's like there's weird symbols. And when I tried to use Google Translate on the weird symbols before, it drained my phone battery. But I had a backup battery, so I can try. And I really quickly. Right. No, it just. No, I want the gun.
Yeah.
We'll say for this, you're in the cryptid cab, which houses many of Dr. Anomaly's strange inventions. You could try and hook up one of the weird inventions to try and like read the book for you.
Do you have any like translating weird thing here?
Like a translated thingy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a great name, a translated thingy. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but I like it. I think it'll catch on.
You power up the transmalatum thingy, and
It's gonna get funnier every time we say it.
Oh, I'm gonna it whirs to life as it begins like reading a scientific manifesto, but you're able to like kind of yoink that out of the way, and you kind of feed the book in, and it's almost like how a printer can like scan it, and you gotta flip the pages, but it starts reading out and like translating it for you.
It's very convenient.
In almost like the GLaDOS voice, just starts recounting history of the clown now known as Mr. Jingles, a creature that must feed every 50 years. The duty of keeping the creature contained has been passed down from generation to generation. Because if the creature is not fed a certain amount, the book will not hold it any longer, and it will be released upon the world.
Is Steve secretly the good guy?
Concerning.
Well then. So I wonder how many people. I wonder if it ate enough. I wonder who made up the story. I'm sure there's like a wiki on this. If I could get internet access.
As you say, like, if only I could get internet access, you start hearing the sound of like this like sizzle against one of the doors.
Glance up slowly.
Dr. Anomaly, you see from one of the rear mirrors a clown using the spray flower to spray acid against the car to slowly try and melt it. As he burns away the lock, you see the clown try and pull open the door. I need body checks from Dr. Anomaly and Lena, target number 4.
I don't have enough dice for that. I need 4 successes for body, and I only have 2 dice.
Do you have any unused stuff?
Oh, yeah. Technically, I haven't used my stuff for anything.
I will
Either
say
one
normally,
you burn is a success, right?
yeah, normally you're only allowed to use one stuff per roll, but since we have such a small group, I will say you can use all your stuff to try and succeed.
Okay.
I got 4 successes.
What
Very
did
nice.
I need to make to succeed?
4 or higher.
I got a 5 and a 3.
All right. You're at 2 dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lena has to take a die from you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Moss, normally the rap rule would work that you would have to continue smiling until the end of the game. And if anyone catches you not smiling, they can steal your producer points. However, I would like to change it to more of the rule that we used last week, that you can basically have people find your body in a strange, funny way, and it's going to make them make a target number 5 test, like right on the, like off the bat, just they have to make it. So how does Lena leave you? Like, she doesn't get to see you actually die, but how does Lena see as she runs away?
I think I trip and fall.
Lena
You're
like
like
opens
the
the
last one to hold the door.
yeah, Lena opens the other side of the door. It's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And we like rushes out and then just goes expecting the doctor to follow.
Yeah, so Lena, you're able to get out and you jump over enough that you kind of leap out of the vehicle and start running. Dr. Anomalies holding the door, sees that Lena's able to get out, lets go, and jumps out, but unfortunately is not as spry as Lena and lands on a banana peel and slips and falls. And we just see the shadow of the clown over with the long claws as Dr. Anomaly looks up and the camera shifts to Steve. Now, Moss, you have 2 producer points that you can use at any time. I believe they were posted yesterday, or not yesterday, sorry, last week.
It should be pinned.
I think they're somewhere in there. But you can spend those at any time whenever you want. But Steve, you're up. Roll me 2d6.
7.
All right, that is a monster attack. And if it happens again, it's always a monster attack.
Yeah.
So it just but you tried to get the book away, stabbed it, ran away. Where do we find Steve? Who's in the scene with Steve? What are we doing?
So we're actually going to get Lena as Lena was running from the car and everything. It's going to be one of those where like a door to a trailer opens and it's like, get in here. And then it's me.
Lena will follow, I guess. No, Steve just tried to stab.
Well, that's why I wasn't visible till I got you in the trailer.
But you said get in here.
Yeah, how do you know it's
Wouldn't
me?
Wouldn't I recognize your voice?
While running from a killer clown melting a car?
Yes.
I mean, you're in the scene. Mwahaha.
Okay, yeah, she'll go. She's like, Steve, we need to talk. Like, I don't know why you tried to stab me. That's really rude.
I need the book.
There's like, So I read the book, and the book was basically saying that this clown, the story that's going on for the script, which is really a weird script actually, is about this killer clown named Mr. Jingles that comes back every 50 years and eats so many things. Oh, did you write? You didn't write it, right? Because it's not super great, honestly.
No. It's a lot older. I was reading a book. I was in the producer's office, and it turns out that they cut the writing staff as well as a whole bunch of the crew before production. There's a lot less people on this show than I was originally told, and I'm running out of numbers, so I need that book.
Steve, do you know how many people need to die according to the script?
Total or still?
Still.
Have you ever heard the term final girl?
No.
Congratulations, you're going to learn. We only need one more, and you can save the world.
By dying?
We don't know for certain.
No. Chris was dead.
Chris's
and there's
body
no way,
was dead.
There's no way that the heads in the basketball game were alive.
There can be things between these two, but right now, if you aren't willing to work with me, it's going to be a lot more people than just you.
Or hear me out. No.
Or hear me out. I haven't actually burned the item. Pulls the big knife.
Pulls the gun? You brought a knife to a gunfight?
That's a dart fight at best.
Still better.
And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure this is dice rolls now because
It's stuff versus stuff. You're muted.
You're muted, man.
Monster attack scene. Let's do it.
So you get to roll first.
Oh, effects budget cut. How are we doing that?
Yeah, so Steve doesn't have a real knife, it's rubber.
Nice.
I love it. Love to see it.
I will not be burning that knife right now, apparently.
I mean,
there's some ways I could use it, but all right.
All right. Body is a 4, brains is a 4, mouth is a 5, spirit is a 3.
Is there like a critical success if you get all successes?
No.
Can
it's
there
just
be?
You survive. Congratulations, you lived.
Yes, all successes, which is 2, which is what I need.
All
I
right.
got 5 successes. I needed 1.
Well,
So you take from each other.
I'm gonna take from you, and then how many does
Character
that?
rewrite?
That puts me at 4.
All right, what's the character?
I want Bobby to use a different trait.
Okay, what
That
trait?
has to be said before the roll is made.
Damn it. Okay. Okay, fine.
So I'll take 1 from you then.
Yep.
Which I think puts you at 0.
No, it does not, because then, it would put me at 1, but I'm gonna save my skin, and I'm gonna take 1 from you and give it to me, so I go back up to 2. So you go down 2 total.
Mm-hmm. Could I use logical explanation? It says you automatically succeed on your trait check and can't be forced to lose life points during the scene.
You can absolutely do that.
Mm-hmm.
Where basically no one loses.
Yeah.
I do that.
All right.
Look, this is all just part of the script. I don't know what lies they fed you. We need to get the cops involved, though, if this isn't part of the script anymore.
I mean, is the scene still going at this point, or do we need to generate a new scene?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
feed it
kind
the
of the face
cops.
off. You guys
Yeah.
exit out of there.
The cops come
Like-
and feed the Mr. Jingles enough.
Lena, this Steve is odd. You found a ton of like the crew in uncomfortable places, as far as their dead bodies are concerned.
Oh, when they drive under the sign, that's where they find me. I'm just wrapped up like the hangman.
But Lena, go ahead and roll 2d6.
Yeah.
And remember, at any time, Moss, you can say like you need to make that check to someone. And
Yeah,
they
I was
have to
gonna
do
say
it
if she found the
during
body,
their
she's got to
scene.
make the check, right?
Yep.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Monster attack. So it would normally be barricade, but we've done barricade, so it's monster attack. So you are. Where do you want the scene to take place?
On the way, like in the entrance, because we're trying to leave to go to get 911.
All right, you are kind of running out of there, like
Still holding on to the book, by the way.
holding on to the book. Is anyone else in your scene?
I guess Steve. And then we see it.
The body.
Or
Yeah.
we see Moss's character when we drive away.
Dr. Anomaly.
Dr. Anomaly.
Yeah.
Just tied up, hanging like the
That's not where we left that.
So I guess, who do you want to make this check, Dr. Anomaly? Because you get to choose.
Steve.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
one's surprised here.
So you can do any trait check, but it has to be target number 5.
All right.
And so we watch Lena running out of the limits with the book. Steve, you're chasing after her as you know what happens if this happens, trying to stop Lena. When you make this check and you see Dr. Anomaly.
All right. So they're gonna do seeing Dr. Anomaly up there and everything. I'm gonna use mouth and just say this is gonna be a real big mess to clean up.
Force you to use a different trait.
And then you can specify what trait that is.
What's your traits, Bobby?
Body, brains, mouth, spirit.
Spirit.
Fuck. I'm gonna fail it. It's impossible. Because I already killed the pet rat, so I don't have enough things to get enough successes.
So you're gonna lose a die, dropping you to 1.
Yes. Which is good. I had no intentions of being the survivor. It's just about not being the first dead.
As the monster is going to attack. So, you watch as you're getting to the city limits and you see the clown kind of drop from one of the trees, like right in front of you, Lena. As he will try to kill both of you. Doesn't really care who. Someone needs to go.
It's the last one he needs.
This is like one of the last ones. This is at least the last one he needs right now. So I need people to make monster checks. So that is body 4, brains 4, mouth 5, and spirit 3.
I'm gonna start like panic re-singing the tune I was saying to myself, the Mr. Jingles tune. So I'm gonna use mouth. You said mouth's 5.
Yep.
You know what? Just for funsies, I'm going to use logical explanation. Again, my last one. And I I automatically succeed on my trait check and can't be forced to lose life during this scene.
I also succeeded, but that's not gonna matter.
This just this doesn't make any sense. The script needs to be completely rewritten. Mr. Jingles is a terrible name for a bad guy.
As I just get like ripped out of the car.
Yeah. So this is what's gonna happen. As you're saying that, Lena, you're like walking backwards, and Steve, you know where the line where the book should not cross is. If that book goes over that line, Mr. Jingles is free.
Ah, shit.
And you watch as she utters the last phrase that there needs to be a rewrite, and the book is over the line as we see Mr. Jingles say, well, it's been an awfully good run, but I'm afraid it's time for a sequel. And he just uses the bladed fingers to just swipe at Steve, again creating that large smile. And I think that is the perfect way to end this week as Lena is running away from the uh, the carnival towards Camp Blood Moon.
Right.
Around the same exact time as our family that traveled into a movie from the past is zapped right back into the radio tower and people converge.
Oh no.
We watch as Mr. Jingles, for the first time in a few centuries, steps over the carnival line to see who will be next. That was Die Laughing, folks. We will be back next week with the last episode of our 3-part, where Killer Kevin and Mr. Jingles will be facing off against each other, and our players will just have to figure out a way to survive them both. We're going to be using some special rules. It'll be a lot of fun. But join in next week. And then the week after that, we are having our very special charity event. We're going to be playing some video games, raising money for charity. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I guess until next week, when our killers converge, that's all we have for tonight. Good game, guys.
Yeah.
I lived and gave you a reason for a sequel. You're welcome.
We got someone to live. We released a clown. And what's going to happen next? We'll find out.
How unlikable will I be next week?